Greetings, followers of darkness. Today, I want to introduce you to one of the most mysterious and distorted concepts of the world, the question of the meaning of life. What is it, the meaning of life? Why are we here? Why do we strive for something more? Why can't we be satisfied with what we have now? These questions trouble each of us. They smolder in our hearts, and we feel them like fire, fueling an unknown longing in us. Before I continue with my speech today, I suggest that we not only listen today, but that we also listen to the words that will be spoken, because they may be the key to your quest. We search for meaning in our existence, in the pursuit of pleasure and power, in the lust for material achievement. But what if I told you that the meaning of life is far darker and more mysterious than just the pursuit of pleasure and material goods? The meaning of life, my friends, is something deeper, something that reaches into the darkest corners of our existence. Perhaps it is the quest for power, for control over ourselves and others. Perhaps it's the realization that our existence only matters when we can dominate, when we can lord it over the world around us. And that, too, can become the meaning of life. Sometimes the meaning of life is power over the weak. It is the lust for the accumulation of strength and power. It is the desire for limitless freedom and self-possession. It is only when we realize our true nature that we find the true meaning of life. Sometimes, it's the desire for the great power of money and universal power over all who don't have it. The choice, as is often the case, is yours, but let me bore you a little more. So, my friends, do not fear your dark passions. Do not shy away from your lust for power. Go after your desires, strive for control and power, and then you will find the true meaning of your existence. There are many people who go forward without looking at all the obstacles, without seeing the losses, without seeing the burned bridges and explosions behind them. They go forward toward their purpose and their meaning in life. And remember that often the truth can be found in the darkness, in those darkest corners of your soul, where the true essence of your existence is hidden. Let's talk a little about a topic that has been hanging over us almost since our early childhood, in questions, in appeals, in constant insistent speeches about the fact that we need a purpose in life and it is a prerequisite for life in general. When they say that without a purpose in life, there is no life at all. Today I am addressing you with a question, which I am sure has repeatedly tormented your essence, caused doubts and encouraged you to search for the true meaning of life. What is the meaning of life? It is a riddle that we have broken our heads trying to unravel its mysteries. Many seek to find answers, plunging into the depths of philosophy, religion, or turning to their inner feelings and intuition. But let us ask ourselves, do we need to search for this meaning at all, or can we create it ourselves? And today, I am addressing you with one of those questions that many of us have tried to solve, going through the options in our minds and looking for answers to deep philosophical questions. What is the meaning of life? It is a mystery that we chase like a reflection in the moonlight. Many of us seek answers by exploring the wisdom of philosophy, drowning in the mysteries of religion, or listening to the voice of our inner self. But let's ask ourselves, do we even need to search for that meaning, or can we create it ourselves? Think about how we are the forces of darkness. We can have power over ourselves and the world around us. We can be the creators of our own destiny by defining our goals, our values, our true desires. So, is it possible to create your own meaning in life? And my answer is yes, absolutely. We can give meaning to our existence by gaining power over our passions, taking our dark desires and turning them into a source of strength and inspiration. We can create our own world where we are the center of the universe, where we are the rulers of our destiny. So don't be afraid to explore. Don't be afraid to doubt. Don't be afraid to create. Your own meaning of life is waiting for you, and only you alone can discover it. For we are the ones who create light in the darkness. We are the ones who rise above doubt and create our own story. The meaning of life is more than a goal or a task imposed by external circumstances. It is buried in the very depths of our being, in our aspirations, dreams, and desires. The meaning of life is what gives us meaning, a sense of fullness, fulfillment, and wholeness. It is revealed through our actions, relationships with the world and with other people, in our creative manifestations and self-expression. But let us ask ourselves, how can we find this meaning of life? What do we need to do to discover it and feel its true power? After all, we often wander in the dark, looking for the light that will illuminate our path. I will share with you a secret. The meaning of life cannot be found outside. It resides inside us, in our hearts, in our thoughts, in our souls. It comes alive when we accept everything that is within us, if not with delight, then with gratitude, our dark sides, if we have them, our sins and passions, if we have discovered them, and use their power for our growth and development. Meaning emerges when we open ourselves to the world, when we create, when we love and forgive. So, how do we find this meaning in life? Perhaps the answer is simple. Open your heart to all that is around us, even if it is darkness, even if it is thoughts of sin or passion. Accept it, and address them with love and understanding, for that is where true power lies. True liberation from the shackles of limitations and fears. So don't be afraid to follow your path, even if it leads in a direction that is not considered beautiful for everyone. Believe me, there, in the darkness, you will probably find your own light, your own meaning of life, which will fill you with strength and passion in achieving those goals that can take you to a new level of development, to a new level of life. So, how to find this meaning? Stop looking for it in external objects or material goods. Start your journey of discovering yourself, your true desires and passions. Dive into your inner world, realize your strengths and weaknesses. Accept yourself as you are, and only then you will find the real meaning of your existence. You strive to find the meaning of life, and I see your thirst for knowledge, your desire for understanding. But let me ask you this, what is the meaning of life for you? Yes, for you. Is it just a goal or a task that you have to fulfill? Or is it something deeper, more intimate? Remember that the meaning of life can be completely different for each of us. Don't be afraid to follow your own path, even if it leads through dark spaces. For it is there, in the darkness, that you will find your own light, your own meaning of life, which will fill you with strength and passion. So, go forward, my dear ones. Free your mind from the shackles of doubts and fears. Find your true purpose, your own path to the meaning of life, and let it fill you with joy and fulfillment. And remember that the meaning of life is something impermanent, something that is constantly changing and evolving with us. The meaning of life is not some fixed point that we must reach and hold on to, but rather a stream in which we swim, discovering new facets and dimensions. Don't be afraid to go forward, to search, to experiment, and to discover new horizons. After all, it is in this process of searching and exploring that you gain new knowledge about yourself and the world around you. Each step on this path, even if it seems dark and dangerous, brings you closer to understanding your own meaning of life. So, don't hesitate to step outside the box and explore new possibilities. Eventually, your own path will become your own meaning of life. Remember that the meaning of life for each of us is unique and individual, and only you alone can discover its depth and value. Realize that it is in your quest for self-discovery and the realization of your desires and goals that the true meaning of life lies. For it is only when you plumb your depths and find your strengths and passions that you find true happiness and fulfillment. If you hear my words, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. It will help us bring people together, similar and different. Remember, I am always here for you, so go forth, and may every step you take be toward discovering new horizons and discovering your own meaning in life.